So, this is the kind of place where the big shots of Inazuma live, huh? Paimon kinda expected it to be snazzy.
Welcome at last to the Kamisato residence, honored guest. Miss Kamisato was delighted to finally meet you.
Is this the Shirasage Himegimi you keep going on about? So, where's she at? Oh, behind the screen?
Yes. As the daughter of the Yashiro Commission, this is how consider it a time-honored tradition with...
Makes sense. She's a super...
Please forgive my lack of courtesy for receiving you in this fashion, especially following such a... I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation, and Toma assures me at present in Inazuma, in the name of the Vision Hunt Decree, though the Yashiro Commission serves the Shogun, it is the people with whom we share close bonds. A commission's power rises and falls with the trust of their people. Traveler, lend us your power, and we can... Oh...
See, milady, it's just like I said. This will take us nowhere.
No, please! Wait! Please, don't go! I will introduce you to the Raiden Shogun on one condition. You must fulfill 3 small wishes on my behalf.
What are your wishes?
They pertain to 3 whose visions were taken from them. Perhaps once you've met them, you will understand.
A warrior who guards a village, a former samurai who helped carry out the Vision Hunt Decree, and a sword...
Correct. Please do all you can to help them. Then you have my gratitude.
I'm sure you'll do great.
Why are you doing this? Why leave all of a sudden?
Precisely. It's much too sudden. We've had no... The children are desperate for you to take them out to play.
That must be the guy Ayaka told us.
Ah, you must also be here to try and convince Teijima has protected this place ever since he... Keeping out the treasure hoarders, fending off any monsters that draw near, resolving quarrels between the village. But now, all of a sudden, he says he plans to leave us. We will gladly apologize if that's the case. Well, we...
If you want my opinion, something to do, it's clear that Teijima had done nothing wrong. And still, they can't... I can't claim to fully understand it. But I could tell that he'd lost some... Truth be told, we aren't sure whether trying to keep him here is the right...
Seems like he's a well-respected guy.
What?
You must be Teijima. So what's made...
Me? I It's not a question of why I want to leave, but a question of true. And what made me want to come here 30 years? I don't have answers to those questions, because in the past...
Okay. Well, Was it? Oh, maybe if...
Oh, that reminds me. Oh, yes!
Perfect! So if we want to keep Teijin...
If you don't mind, we will leave you to find the
This looks like Teijin... Let's see what we... Today, I went kite flying today. Huh? I went to Now that's the...
Wish it could be like this all the time.
So this is the... But anyway, if you... Here we are! The soil must be something... It looks... Konda Village. Sounds so familiar. Where is that place again? But he's been here... Well...
Well, I'll be... But still... It's clear that over the years... How could I have... Love? Regret? No. After all, it's as if she'd never been in my life to be... Although, when I think about it, how cute... I shall...
Tejima seems to be dealing... Seems it's just... That's certainly... At least we were able... According to Miss Kamisato, the second one who lost their vision is a samurai from the Tenryou Commission.
One day, I'll be as...
Welcome to Bonton Secretary. What do you have?
What's the hurry?
They say the Tenryou Commission is directly controlled by the Shogun. They're the ones responsible for maintaining... But why would they take... Paimon doesn't get it. Huh? There seems to be some commotion over there. Let's go see what's happening.
I'll ask one.
The entire clan is count.
How many times do I have to say it?
You dare to.
You samurai think you can just do whatever you please? The Tenryo Commission will hear of this.
What? We heard the commotion.
I see. This is Kurosawa. In the past, he's keeping the.
No one seems to care about. It's no wonder all the.
This must be one of the people Ayaka. Maybe we should talk to Kur.
I don't know whether it's rumors or whether my own family can barely get by as it is. And that's the first bit of truth I've heard all day. The Shoguns aren't.
Well, that's strange. You were helping enforce.
To be perfectly honest, all I know is that I will perform certain things and it's not just that.
Does it have to do with the missing emergency provisions?
I didn't take any. Like I said, to top it all off, my house was just raided by treasure. If you don't believe me, go find the treasure.
But we better confirm. Let's go round up those. We should be able to follow their tracks. They couldn't have gone too far.
We really outdid ourselves. All those samurai houses packed with goods.
You haven't seen anything yet. Today's just the beginning. I'll be leading you.
You demand.
These seem like the treasure.
Cool it.
Teamwork is dreamwork! Prepare to be blown away!
Freeze. Dodge this. Oh, there goes all the Mora. We worked hard to. Come on, boss. Think of something.
Not bad, kid. You ever think Kuros? So he's the one who sent you after us, huh?
So what did you see inside? What?
Food supplies. You kidding? That place was. I didn't want anyone else to see it, so I was planning on opening it. But now that you've caught us, how about we make a deal? That little.
You've got a deal. Now show us what's in the box.
Huh?
What the?
There's nothing in here but IOUs.
Yeah, a lot of them too. And they all seem to be made out to the owner of a general goods store. We better talk to this Miss Aoi and get to the box. As for you guys, you're free to go.
Yeah, so we redeemed ourselves for some IOUs.
Shut it. Let's.
Welcome to Tsukumomono Groceries. We've got everything you need. Or perhaps there's... Ah, so you're friends of Kurosawa, I take it?
Whoa! Let's not get ahead of our... How did Kurosawa end up owing you so much money?
Let me think. Kurosawa would come regularly. However, the price of provisions began to skyrocket.
So that's how how he was getting those emergency. But why did he have to purchase a huge?
Well, if you think about it, the citizens receiving the emergency. Kurosawa thought that, so he deemed it necessary to.
Wow. And no one ever appreciated what he.
People's attitudes will always reflect their if you ask me, had Kurosawa. Of course, I'm sure there would still have been some unrest. As for why he chose to spend his own money on him, if you're still curious, I see. Most unfortunate. If he doesn't clear the debt on his name.
Sword?
Oh, didn't he tell you? He possesses a. I've asked him about its origins. In hindsight, I regret that I. Why don't you ask him about the sword yourself? Perhaps. Oh, but before you. Don't worry. I won't charge.
At least we now know where the emergency. Let's go talk. What are you doing?
I presented them with a choice. It turned out to be a real time saver. Did you manage to track down the treasure?
That just about sums it up. It turns out that you really.
Strange. Is that really the... I don't really have any such recollection. Why was I purchasing emergency provisions for everyone? But I could not deny that when I brandished my sword to this sword was one... I remember... What did he say? It would seem that all I can remember now is my... And...
Hey! Can you recognize the words?
Virtue? Somehow those taking on sin... But what use? The Tenryo Commission sees my... And the irony of... I'm incapable...
Yet another... When we get the... In any case, we must never let him sell off that sword. Yeah. Fortunately for... Let's go find the... The third person? Paimon heard this is his doing.
Nanako, don't worry. Those thugs that jump...
Maybe, but things have gotten dangerous.
It's just because he's been...
Hey there!
Who are you? I don't care whether you're Don't make me draw my blade.
No! You got it so wrong. We just came here to...
Disciples?
Yep. But then we got here and over...
Please, you haven't arrived at the best of times, I see you are earnest in your pursuit. Sensei's name is Domon. Though self-taught, he once said, and so... But then...
Not long ago, he says the strength, Junya and I, but if I'm honest...
The Grand Naru...
You haven't heard of it? Not that we'd have... So don't worry, Nanako. Since... The exorcism will take place this evening.
So...
Seems all the other knights already have their hands full.
Shh. Just now, when Nanako was attending to him, when she asked him who the people were, it looked like he was in great distress. He was covering it. All the while he kept calling those names. One of them was Anzai. Since they wouldn't stop calling his name, the ritual has now begun. Please, excuse me for a moment while I fetch some water.
Huh? Who's that sneaking around? We won't let them get away with it. Come on. Seems they aren't here. Should we keep going further up? Is this definitely the right place? Let's look a little further up. Aha! Suspicious person sighted! That's gotta be him!
How did you... Are you sure you're Unless...
Excuse me? We're the one... And what are you doing sneaking around these parts?
Bad news? I don't care to...
His senior?
Anzai? Yes, because I don't wish... When we were young, I had begun trade practitioners, but Domon was different. The sensei skull, I thought so too. Only then did I... He was
Sure sounds like he meant business.
Because until he... Of all the disciples, Domon's are later. After that So, I decided... So you see... Okay, you've heard my story. You should get back now.
Still, Paimon...
Does that mean he's just...
Nanako, please.
I am sorry. With what powers I have, but spirits may take a myriad of forms in this, and all is certainly not lost.
Lady Ya...
The head shrine, correct. I am unable to say for certain whether an...
Excuse me.
That won't be necessary. I must leave now.
Who'd have thought Lady Yai...
Do you mean to...
No. That's not what I meant. I just mean... given that you've traveled all this way...
Sure! Who knows? Do you think that's Lady Yai? Oh, no one. Also, is it just Paimon? Or did she look... it was probably nothing. It's not like she's ever seen us before.
Keep away. Keep away from me. I gave up the art of the sword. Please.
As you can see, Lady Yai, Domon has persisted in this state for some time.
Lady Yai, it must be a possession, right? This is nothing like him at all. In the past, no matter what...
I'm sorry. It is clear to me that...
But... Then
Yes. This is a change in the person himself. Unable to cope with the tremendous pressure he was under, he suffered as one who is thrown into the sea, though he fights back death. As for what has triggered this change, I believe it...
Stripped of his ambition? But Lady Yai, even with...
Your school practices Meikyo Shisui art, does it not? Stillness of mind, freedom from all agitation. What a fine notion that would be if any... There was once one who claimed to be indifferent to rank and reward, and who fled. Then, what of the one who crossed blades with his own sensei and beloved fellow disciple, and defeated them both?
Lady Yai, I'm not sure I understand.
The path of the sword master is filled with twists and turns. It is no small it requires one to take their sword firmly in both hands and cut down the... Only a deep commit when that ambition...
Poor sensei.
I'm sorry. It's all my father. Sensei.
That's enough.
Huh? Did he follow us the whole...
Ansai, you're here for...
You're right to us. It's been so long. I don't think now I know, but that is no...
But what if one day I put every... If there's a...
Have you asked them?
Sensei, I can't know. I want to keep going.
Nanako's far from the only one.
Goodness.
You see, being stripped of your ambition, so you are not...
I'm sorry to... I no longer... But as your son, this is my prom...
You can count, but... Well...
So even though his ambition was taken...
Traveler?
So, the wind for us to meet now is premature. Nevertheless, you set foot on these islands at precisely the right moment. I have high hopes for you.
Ooh, Lady, she seems super...